What am I doing? Well, I'm measuring a nut. Why am I measuring a nut? Because guitarists are the pickiest, fetishizing species on earth. Aren't they? Admit it. We are. We're terrible. I used to work in the orchestral stringed instruments business, and violinists were always called the prima donnas of the orchestra, and I think it's true about guitarists as well. I am always measuring nuts. I'm always trying to determine neck profiles, C, V, D. I'm always being lectured to by guitarists about the correct amount of string spacing, what it constitutes the perfect neck, whether what material should be on the neck, body shapes, colors, strings, pickup configurations, pickup types, what kind of string trees you have on your guitar. Often I get people looking at guitars, maybe that I'm moving on, and one tiny little thing will kill the sale because it doesn't line up with their expectations or their pre-biases. Guitarists are finicky, they're picky, they're a species of people that make up their minds awfully quickly in most cases, and cement their opinions, entrench themselves in these deep philosophies about sound and playability that cannot possibly be questioned. And I exist, and this channel exists to challenge that. Why do you have to have the same neck profile on every guitar? Why do you have to have the same nut width on every guitar that you play? Why do you have to have all your guitars a certain color or a certain shape? Why can't you be variable? Why can't you be malleable? Maybe I'm lucky. I watched a Scott Grove video the other day. I don't agree with everything he says. He made one comment that stuck out. In a long video about his vast collection of guitars, he says he couldn't care less what neck profile, what nut width, or any of those dimensions were. He enjoys every guitar for what it is. And I feel fairly much the same way. I don't have a favorite anything. And maybe I'm lucky, I've got large hands. I can handle a D neck profile, I can handle a C neck profile, I can handle the smaller, older V neck profile. I've got an old 1903 Washburn classical that has a very sharp V profile. It's fun, it's fine. I adapt to the guitar that I'm playing. Sometimes I play slimmer necks, sometimes wider necks. I'm able to adapt to the guitar, attune to the guitar that I'm playing. Not make it conform to me, but I conform to it. Every instrument's different, it has its own personality. And if you have all these closed parameters, you're going to rule out a lot of interesting instruments. Now, I understand professional and gigging guitarists have a comfort zone, and they're playing live and they want their guitars to conform to that particular comfort zone so that they're able to play at their best. I understand some of that, but boy do guitar players take it really, really far. I've never seen such a picky species of people or dealt with them. And some of the old fellows that I get in looking at acoustic guitars now and again, they are dogged about their brands, about certain dimensions on the guitars, how they should be built. There's no room for innovation in their world. There's no room for difference. And that's a shame. And you get these modder types that want to buy, they're open to different kinds of guitars, but then they want to make the guitar conform and put it in the same stuff on every guitar. They'll buy the same type of roller bridge. They'll buy the same type of pickups. They'll buy the same guts and switches, string trees, tuners, and they'll basically build clones with slightly different body shapes and necks. I'm not into any of that. I mean, there are times where something is so bad it needs to be replaced. I understand that. But take this SX liquid guitar, for instance. I got this recently. I played it. It's a fat neck. I got used to it. There's a certain style of chording and solo play that's suited to a slightly wider neck. It's very slick. The maple on the neck is lacquered. It's bound. It has two P90s in it. I'm not going to rip those out. They sound fine. I don't even have favorite pickups. You know, I play a guitar, and you know, I can usually make most guitars of say mid-range to high quality sound good with my fingers and my amplifier and effects and things like that. Only occasionally do I ever find a guitar that is in such the pickups or the electronics are in such poor condition that I have to do some swapping and changing, and that's normally parts and things like that. So it does happen, but there are some people that will only play or certain types of pickups, so they'll put the same pickups in everything they own. This bridge tremolo right here, you know, it's the one that comes on the guitar. I don't see a need to change it. You know, it's not a dive bomb. You're not going to be able to do Kayla or Floyd Rose stuff on it. You know, it's more like a vibraphone type of tremolo. It's an old, you know, refashioned old style, and you know, it's just meant to, you know, basically give you the shimmer on the chords, you know, shadow style, and it's fine. It works absolutely fine. You know, so I don't see any reason to change anything about this guitar. I think it's reasonably made. It's not going to be my go-to guitar, but it's an interesting new shape. Probably one of the most interesting shapes to come out, new shapes to come out in recent years. It pays homage, you know, to some older shapes like this. But you know, at least they're trying to do something different, and the guitar is set up in a certain way. I'm not going to sort of impose my will on it. And it's the same with acoustic guitars. I've bought acoustic guitars lately that have slimmer necks, wider necks, different neck profiles, different sounds, different tops, woods, and I enjoy them all. I enjoy them for what they are. Of course, you know, I might go as far as having a favorite brand of strings. Sometimes that fluctuates with the guitar. So I think being open to an instrument, allowing it to have a chance in its received state, and then making, you know, wise, informed changes, but not completely, you know, making every guitar identical to the ones you already have. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, that's about it for today. That's all I really wanted to say. So we'll see you next time.